All right. Learning lessons the hard way. But that's the way I've learned most of them because, hard headed. As a Christian, it can be challenging to deal with the behaviors of others. When I equip myself with knowledge and pray for wisdom and understanding to manage my life and help others, it seems to provoke negative intentions and bitterness in others. It is difficult to remain humble, but I must strive for humility, perhaps as a way for God to keep me in check. Please give me words of wisdom to endure these circumstances. Oh, me. I ain't got no words of wisdom for you, Crooks. Terry Crooks. I knew you was Terry Crooks, and I know why you're commenting on the Facebook, because you can actually type a comment instead of the short on the YouTube. But I don't have any. The way I handle it is it's first. Well, first off, the humble thing. I think I'm humble. I don't know. If I am not humble, I do a really good job at presenting myself as humble most times. And if you'll allow me to take a little bit of liberty with the text of Scripture, if you have an advocate with the Father, I think that'll pass muster. Yeah, I'm going to stand by that. So that's the only words. Well, I'm not going to call them words of wisdom. That's the only words I have for you, that. But you said something there. As a Christian, it can be challenging to deal with the behavior of others. When I equip myself with knowledge and pray for wisdom and understanding to manage my life and help others, it sometimes, oh, wait a second. Hold on. Yeah, I get it now. If I learn something and I see people practicing, if I see people doing wrongly out of ignorance, I think maybe, as cliche as it sounds, the key to getting rid of those feelings that are natural, by the way, of resentment and bitterness, 1 Thessalonians 4, just study to do your own work. Like there's nothing you can do. You cannot control anybody else. The only person that this boy right here controls is the person that's under this receding hairline. That's it. And quite frankly, sometimes that control is tenuous at best. But that attitude helps me. And I tell you nothing, maybe I do have more words than I thought, Terry. John chapter 10. Do you remember what Jesus said? He said a bunch of stuff, but let me tell you something I struggled with when I first got into ministry. Remember, after a 2-year degree at Memphis School of Preaching, you're a Bible expert. Can you, I don't know. I wonder if you could taste sarcasm, what it would taste like. Anyway, your diploma from a preaching school, and in this economy, about $5 will get you a cup of coffee. We were told, whenever we get our diploma, put it in your desk and get to work. Now, I say all that to preface this. You do graduate a preaching school with a fair amount of knowledge, more so over your contemporaries, even that have been in the church sometimes multiplied decades longer than you. So it's easy to get bitter, because people would ask me, well, Tony, is it a sin to do X, Y, and Z? Is it a sin to do X, Y, and Z? Is it a sin to do A, B, and C? And I interpreted that as, well, it just seems to me that people want to toe the line. They want to see how close they can get to sin without going over. That's a terrible attitude. People shouldn't be that way. And then it dawned on me, that ain't the way people are at all, as far as the largest majority. That's not the way people are at all. Listen to Jesus in John chapter 10. I came that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. Now listen. If I gave you That Lamborghini Countach in 1985, as far as I'm concerned, was the pinnacle of supercars. And I don't have enough knowledge in my head to speak as an authority on it, but my 8-year-old self, that's what he thought. My 47-year-old self still thinks it. And if I gave you one of those cars and all you did was put it in a barn and cover it with a tarp and didn't enjoy it, I think that'd make me mad. I think I'd regret giving you that car. I might say, why ain't you driving this car? And you'd say, well, I want to protect it. I don't want to hurt it. Drive it. I sacrificed so much to give you that car. Why won't you enjoy it? I gave it to you to enjoy, and by you not enjoying it, you're throwing my gift back in my face. You're spitting on my gift. Jesus died so that you could live. But not just that, that you could live abundantly. That's all people want to do. Most of the time, all they want to do is they want to live their life within the rules that God has set up, and they want to please God, but they want also to enjoy the abundant life for which Christ died to give them. So that means they're going to have to ask some questions. If I go into a restaurant that serves alcohol, is that sinful? If I like playing pool and I want to go play pool, but playing the pool's in a pool hall and they have a bar in the pool hall, is that sinful? I've been asked thousands of questions over the years. In the beginning, it made me bitter and resentful because I was like, well, people just want to see how much they can get away with. No. People want to see how much they can actually live, because that's what Jesus died for. He came that they might have life, that they might have it more abundantly. Maybe if we can change our perspective. That helped me with the resentment and the bitterness. Maybe it'll help you.